Alyssa Thomas is back from... And we are underway. The Mercury going for their third straight victory of the season and their third straight win over Seattle this season. Both teams coming off impressive victories.
Nice just flash into the mid-post by Alba Pham there. They've done a really good job of moving her around lately, and she's been scoring even better. Nice back cut by Ka.
Nobody hotter in the league the last few games than that woman right there, Ka Copper. All the 20-game performances in a row, and she really was huge against Toronto.
Oh my gosh, she's been like a riptide in a swimming pool, a force of nature, pulling her team to these two last victories.
Acting head coach tonight, you're looking at her, Kristi Tolliver. She's the associate head coach, taking over head coaching duties tonight as Nate Tibbetts falling ill this morning and then into the afternoon, couldn't go tonight, so it's Tolliver taking the reins.
And she's an associate head coach. She's absolutely ready. Nate has helped her get opportunities already this year, mic'd her up, and it is gonna be, they've got a great coaching staff. Nate's prepared all of them.
What a great moment, though, for Tolliver.
She well, though.
She talks about the collective kind of camaraderie of the coaching staff, but this is a big moment for Tolliver.
She's not thinking that way. She's just thinking about what is her team from her.
That's true. I'm saying it's a big moment. Long ball. How about Ayayi struggling early in this season, Charlie, and just starting to find her stride?
Yeah, she's doing what the Mercury leadership knew she could and would do as a veteran Olympian, versatile player. Beautiful. This is what the Mercury did so well last game against the Storm. They got stops and they got out and ran.
Running the floor.
The Storm is at the bottom of the league in transition offense and defense, actually.
We got a moment, so how about the keys to the game brought to you by Yates Mitsubishi? Charlie?
Yeah, free throw offense. I mean, the Mercury got to capitalize because the Storm are very high-risk defense. They want to get steals, they want to get block shots. So get downhill, draw fouls, get your free throw offense. Second key, pick and roll defense, pick and pop defense is really important. They probably run that more than 50% of the game. Alba Pham, first in the league in pick and pop threes. Malunga, third in the league in pick and roll offense. So it's going to be key.
This is such a fun game of many storylines, and that's youth versus experience as you look at this Seattle bunch. As Bonner picks up that foul, and we'll get back to the youth of Seattle in a second. Sonia Rahman in her first year as the head coach for Seattle, replacing Noelle Quinn, assistant for the Liberty in 2025, but spent many years with Memphis of the NBA. Johnson on the reverse. Man, she just had a clear path to the basket. She's one of those young pups. I mean, you look at Seattle and what they lost in the offseason, and yet what they were able to bring in as far as youth. Unbelievable.
There's some free throw offense from the Mercury that's going to be so important. You know, down at that last possession, I think the Mercury really want to take away the space of Flau'jae Johnson. I think teams in college actually did that a lot and were very successful. So you just can't give her that space to operate, Ann.
This health update brought to you by Banner Health, official healthcare partner of the Phoenix Mercury. Whitcomb still with that knee. She's getting close to coming back. Missing Mack for sure out with the foot. Broshan had that ankle injury sustained against Toronto.
I think Broshan would probably be the next player back if I had to guess, and then hopefully Sammy Whitcomb.
We're banged up right now, and again, no Nate Tibbetts falling ill today. Acting head coach is Kristi Tolliver. Nice pick. Held short on that shot. AT keeps it alive into the hands of Held, and the Mercury will reload up 9-6. AT, good hands. There's the kick. Nothing there for Ayayi.
but good offense. The Storm's actually first in the league in three-point percentage defense, so that extra pass is where the Mercury got their three-pointers last time. Oh, I think that might be the Mercury really want to review because it really got kind of kicked to Malunga and she was out of bounds, so I think it should be off of her. I don't know if we'll get to. Lexi Hill does not get that demonstrative, so I.
Oh, Lexi Hill must have said something.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, so between Held and Bonner, they were very convincing. So we're going the other way, 9-6. Mercury with the lead. Both teams on 2-game win streaks. Neither team has won 3 games in a row this season. And the Mercury's starting to feel a lot better about their playoff chances, Charlie. But you got to win these next 2 at home if you're Phoenix. Mop up not there. AT a little short on that shot.
I agree with you, Ann. And keep getting better.
Just a great dish inside. Melvin inside to Malunga.
Yeah, that's something that the Storm have been really capitalizing on. And the Mercury last time doubled her some in the low block in the quarter court. So hopefully they've got that in their bag tonight.
Cobb, so clever. A little short on that shot. Into the hands of AT. Long ball. Home. Lexi Hill.
Shots.
Held coming off a big game against Toronto with the 16 points. Just a collective effort for this Phoenix crew against Toronto without AT. Impressive victory on the road. Heidemann almost loses it. Jump, gets the roll.
That's the second kind of junk play that the Storm have capitalized on with the Mercury.
Heidemann having quite the year coming over from Minnesota. Career year to be sure. As good as she was last year for Minnesota, Heidemann even better in a starting role with Seattle.
Yeah, that was clearly a foul on Jade Melvin. Now, our veteran DB knows how to sell it, but and this is probably Seattle Storm's big.
To the cup and one, Ayayi.
I love Ayayi going at Katie Lou Samuelson. As great as a player as she has been, she's still not quite back, and she just goes right at her, right around her. Beautiful finish with contact, something she wasn't doing earlier. She wasn't ready for the physicalness of the W. She's ready now, Ann.
In a big way. You look at Valou, the first 10 games, she scored a total of 23 points, Charlie. The last 4 coming into tonight's contest, 66 points. She is finding a stride. The pick all the way to the cup. Bonner finishes.
And this is what really ignited the Mercury the last game, was getting some turnovers and converting in transition. The Storm are susceptible to turning the ball over.
Tough luck there for Pham. Good three-point shooter.
46%.
Yeah, that good. Copper, tough to the rack. Contact, nothing called. AT, another offensive board. There's the look at the cup. Nice dish from Held to Cobb. 9. That update, and obviously Yo-Yo was well loved. Hope to see her back. If you noticed, that free throw, Flaugier Johnson nicked with the technical, so the free throw going in Phoenix's favor. It's 20-10, 8-0 run.
And Ezzy Magdalor is making her debut for the season with the three-pointer.
How about that? On cue, Magbagor with that right foot injury. Happened in March. To Charlie's point, good job, partner. Debut, and she hits that opening bucket.
A little too open.
Boy, a lot of contact, nothing there. AT again keeping that thing alive. More free throws for the Mercury. You mentioned it, Seattle will get you.
And that was a shot fake. That's what the Mercury are really, I'm sure, a big part of their game plan. You know, it's just making sure you're shot faking. Check out Thomas keeping this ball alive. Wow. I don't know about her first pitch, but those are great hands.
She has kept a ton of balls alive in this game. Those are the 50-50 plays, Charlie, that are so huge for a team that is clawing back into the playoff race.
And that's what they had their last couple games. That sense of urgency, that fight, every possession matters.
Suarez and Carter will check in as acting head coach Christy Tolliver goes to her bench. Again, no Nate Tibbetts. Came down with some kind of something or other, the crud. Offensive rebound, another one for the Mercury. So Tolliver, the associate head coach, will be tonight's acting head coach.
Valu Ayayi has actually, she averages 12 free throws per 100 possessions. So she's really done an amazing job at getting to the free throw line for the Mercury.
AT the spin. That's really good half-court defense down in the restricted area for Seattle. Here comes Heidemann, 21-13. Long ball, true. Heidemann, a really good three-point shooter. Seattle can hurt you from deep, Charlie.
And they can hurt you in transition, but the Mercury have really not allowed teams to do that. So, you know, some bench players in, they got to pick up a little quicker. I think that was Suarez who missed her assignment on that one.
Katie Lou Samuelson with 3 already, and we've still got some time in this first quarter. And back to Ayayi. She'll head to the line.
Asia Wilson is shooting more free throws per 100 possessions.
Wow.
I think that's kind of a fun stat, Ann. What do you think?
I love it. And well, what I love is how active Ayayi has been, you know, coming off the 20-point performance against Toronto. Her first 20-point game of the season, a career high. I just love how she's looking for that shot, Charlie.
And she's a point forward. She's looking for her teammates. She's looking for her shots. She's guarding 1 through 4, even some 5 players at times. I mean, her versatility is just incredible.
Johnson, one of the most electric rookies in the W. You don't want to let her get started. Heidemann looked for a second like the Mercury had stripped it. But Ayayi's going to get tagged. Her first, team second.
I didn't even see her involved in that play.
So off the ball maybe, and then comes in at the last second. And man, is it good to see Monique Akoa-Makani checking in. She's missed the last 4. She's been cleared, and that's huge for Phoenix.
It really is. And I think she's on a minutes restriction, or of course she would have started this game, but we were at practice this weekend and we know she looks good.
Heidemann off the pick, rattles home another one. Heidemann with 9 quick points already. 2:42 left to go in the first. 9 on the shot clock. Monique almost turning it over, instead finds the cutting Suarez.
Akoa-Makani is having career highs in basically every statistical category this year. So it is huge that she is back on the court tonight.
Bajay runs into AT, picks up that dribble. 5 on the shot clock. Heidemann, jab step, long ball. Heidemann not there. AT wants to push.
That's a good contest by Suarez.
What a pass by AT. Suarez lets the defense go by. Misses, mops up.
I love the Mercury's transition game right now. They know they can beat the Storm down the floor, and they're taking advantage of it. Jordan Horston in for the first time. She started the first 15 games, but's been out with a foot injury. Takes the early 3. Not really her game, so I think the Mercury are probably good with that shot.
Cutting Suarez, blocked inside. I thought AT would take that shot, but another offensive rebound. Ayayi not there.
Good looks, though. Real good looks for the Mercury.
Good to see Seattle getting healthy again. Horsted playing for the first time since June 12th. Egbagor making her season debut.
In the game,
So right here, just beautiful cut by Marta Suarez. The engine finding her teammates, and again in transition. Stays with it, gets the putback. Not bad for your developmental player.
Heck yeah, and getting some valuable minutes as Phoenix shooting 43%. And another foul is going to go against Seattle.
Zia Cook. And you know, last time we played, the Mercury played the Storm, Zia Cook got in foul trouble. She has been a real X factor for them off the bench. Just a bucket, and of course she went to South Carolina, so she knows how to defend. So I guess not for the Storm. If you're a Mercury fan, you're loving the fact that they come back, they're fired up to play the Mercury again, but they're fouling again,
yeah,
and they're missing shots again. So for the Mercury fans, hopefully the Storm are going to continue, kind of take off where they left off from the last time they were here.
You know, I got a lot of respect, though, for Seattle. They lose 11 straight, Charlie, 11 straight, and then they're going to play New York and Atlanta, and everybody thought, okay, that's going to be 12 and 13 straight. Instead, Seattle flips the script and beats those two contenders. So they've won 2 straight. The Mercury have won 2 straight, and that's why this game is set up to be so much fun. Both teams really starting to play well.
Agreed. Coach Rahman has done an unbelievable job in her first year for the Seattle Storm. She's just so poised. You can tell she's a player's coach. She really appreciates high cognition players, and they've really done a great job with their youth movement of finding players that are just really students of the game.
Shea Carter picks up that foul, her first.
She signed with us at ASU my last year, and you know, she was really, really good. Would have been nice if she would have been a key player for us, but she was so good she just went pro. And 1 year later, she was in the WNBA. I couldn't be happier for her.
And happier for Alyssa Thomas with an and one.
That's a veteran play against the second-year rookie.
So Thomas, excuse me, with the 5 points. She already has 7 rebounds.
And that's the biggest reason she hasn't been getting the triple-doubles watches or looks this year, is the rebounding. So it's really great for the Mercury that she's picked up the rebounding.
Turnover late in that shot clock. Whose ball is it? Copper. She's got some time to get a shot if she can collect it. Loses it. And that'll do it for the first.
And a lot's going to happen. Every game matters. And for the Mercury, obviously, I think you were talking about it, they really need this one.
Bonner short on that shot. Another offensive rebound. Hustle play by Copper. Held back on the floor. Linskin's checking in for the Mercury. Pull up Jay. Basket didn't want it. Dolson in. And to begin the second quarter, Seattle trying to get on the board first.
I love the offensive rebounding effort by the Mercury tonight. It's just been, they're up 9, believe now 10 on the boards against the Storm with our 6-6, 6-6, 6-6 lineup.
Wow. A season high 31 first quarter points for the Phoenix Mercury. Hence the double figure lead. Look at Linskin's just taking that ball away. It'll be a jump ball, but how about Linskin's just with Malanga.
Here's Kiki just moving her feet, and when you move your feet, you take advantage of trying to steal the ball. She's really been a boost. I mean, Ka gave her a shout out after the Toronto Tempo game. Just really good minutes, and obviously the Mercury need her to step up in tonight's game.
Boy, Malanga got that ball deep, had a great look, just a little firm off the glass. We're going the other way. A chance for Phoenix to extend that lead. We're early in the second. Bonner wants the baseline, now switches hands. 8 on the shot clock. Akola Makani runs into a wall. Bonner blocked inside. That's a play that, you know, Dolson would like back.
There's some of that length.
Yep. Malanga at 6'6". Charlie mentioned all the 6'4+ players for the Storm. Malanga, the second-year pro, and the Olympian out of France. Copper, oh, using that body.
Yeah, Colma kind of got buried on that screen, so it was no switch out on that. And that's what we talked about in the pregame, and they've got to be ready to switch and not leave these shooters open on Seattle Storm. Good hustle again, another extra possession for the Mercury.
Play is whistle dead.
Yeah, they'll get a new shot clock.
As AT will check in, Linskins, who had a good shift, will have a seat. Thomas already with the 7 boards to go along with 5 points and 3 assists. Ayayi leading everybody wearing Mercury gear with the 9 points. That's how many Heidemann has for the Storm.
And I guess they are saying they could not sub ATNs.
All right.
Linskins will play on, get another possession. I like
count, Kiki.
I like the matchup with Dolson. Couple bigs, he can shoot the 3.
Yep. Kiki with the monster pick. Ka gives it up. Extra passing for the Merc. Off the glass, not there. Held, keeps it alive. Another 50-50 ball going to the Mercury, and there's Copper at the rim again.
She is finding the seams these days, and as we just talked about, finishing. 3
straight 20-point games for Copper, and here she comes.
Linskins made the most of her extra rotation, ripped the ball right away out of Malanga, and that is just fueling the Mercury's transition game.
Copper with the 11 points. Mid-range, not there, air ball for Malanga. So 13 points now for Copper. She is on a tear. Little excuse me pick from AT. Oh, Ka. Wow, big 3 ball for Ka.
Get her the ball.
Feed the beast. Biggest lead of the game, you're looking at it for the Merc. Back rimming off is Flage on the run. Step in 3, held! Crowd is into this one, baby. X Factor, I love it. Ceremonial first pitch, how about a little layup from Copper too? She's already knocking on the door at 20. My goodness, Copper.
And she comes out and says, oh, I can play defense too. I think she's pretty fired up based on that last matchup with Flage. Flage did have a comment when compared with Ka. She goes, oh, I'm a lot more creative.
You know, it's interesting.
Wondering if Ka ever heard that.
Copper with the big board, 12-0 Mercury run. They're looking to add to it. Copper has scored the last 12 points for the Mercury. Absolutely on fire. AT switches hands, spins. Nice defense inside. I think Baum got a piece of it.
Yeah, I think she did. Such length.
Copper, the last 6, averaging nearly 27 points a pop in those 6 games. She's had 1 40-point game, 1 30-point game, 5 20-point games, including 3 straight. Nice inside look for Pham, but you get the idea of how scalding white hot Copper is.
I mean, the last 2 games, obviously 27, 28. She's just picking up where she left off. And she is going so, she's keeping the ball high. Remember how she was bringing it down a little early in the season? She's getting it to her ear. She's going strong. And if she's not finishing, she's getting her free throws.
I mean, nobody gets to the line more than Copper on this team. One of the league leaders in free throw attempts. She's going to get a couple And if she makes these, she'll be at 20 points already. And now, a message from our friends at Fry's.
And right now, you can save $20.
Well, I kind of jinxed her on that first one, didn't I?
Well, she is. She's averaging 7.4 free throws per game, and only Asia Wilson is averaging more. So that's just an outstanding job of getting easy offense.
1 of 2 for Copper, sitting on 19 points. The lead is 20, very reminiscent of game 2 between these two clubs when Phoenix absolutely dominated the Storm.
Pretty sure the Mercury were in zone on that possession. I was kind of looking around, but you know, that's something you're going to give up. You're probably going to give up that corner 3 in zone, but I like them mixing up their defenses. It was successful last time against the Storm.
Magpagor with her second triple, making her season debut. Held, loses it. Melbourne, Kosin for the 2. That's 5 straight points for Seattle, and they'll take that as they had been struggling.
Yeah, and the one thing the Mercury has done an exceptional job of is taking care of the ball. So, and getting stops on the defensive end, so they really want to make sure they're ready to handle the Storm's sense of urgency on defense that they're going to be bringing.
Well, you get a Yayi's long ball, and that's the first time somebody other than Ka Copper has scored in the second quarter. (48-31). Yayi now in double figures. Magpagor.
I like the idea of Dewana Bonner coming over on the spin move, but she was just a little bit late.
Looks like a technical is going to go against the Seattle coaching staff. Flau'jae Johnson has already been teed up. Rahman wants an explanation.
Yeah, I think she probably thought she saw her star, who's just getting back onto the floor, Ezzy, go down on the floor, and I think she wanted a foul there. That's the only explanation I have. And for
right, so the T is going to go against the coaching staff, and Ka Copper misses the technical. Let's take a look.
Star player, the player that's been the longest tenured player in the Seattle Storm, your 3-time defensive player, previous All-Star, you see her go down, you're going to have her back. So you can understand that by.
I love Magpagor coming back, making her season debut after that right foot rehab, if you will. And one of the few turnovers that Phoenix has suffered. The Mercury doing a great job with only 3 cough-ups in this game so far.
Yeah, I think, you know, their game plan is to go at them with the pick and roll offense because they're ranked last in pick and roll defense, but you can't force it. It was a good switch, it wasn't there.
Magpagor wants to find the cutting Heidemann. That's pretty good defense by Lexi, but oh man, Lexi lost her for just a second. Heidemann to the cup. In double figures now, Heidemann. Last 6, she's been averaging almost 20 points a pop, and she's got 11 tonight. Ka Copper, so tough off the glass. Again, at the rim, Charlie.
I'm kind of waiting for Seattle Storm to make an adjustment on call. I mean, she's getting single coverage. Usually she gets more gravity, and it's not there, and she's taking advantage. 9th 20-point game of the season for Ka Copper. Look at the defense inside by Bonner. Here comes AT. Held is gonna hold up. That's good defense by Johnson. Nothing easy. Extra pass. AT wants it, Cutter. Great job.
Held had a wide open look, rattled out.
They're a little stagnant, but there's the engine just finding a good look for her teammate like she does so well.
Going inside to the defense, and there's the strip. AT, Bonner, another assist for AT, and Bonner with the wide open layup.
Most traditional point guards can't make that pass. And, I mean, AT is just operating on all cylinders.
Heidemann not there, held, leading the charge. Bonner thought she'd step into the three, instead goes inside to Kai and one. Kai Copper having herself a game.
Continue to be in championship form. Kalia Copper's in championship form. Besides her free throws, everything else is going down. I mean, she truly is in a flow state.
Well, say, Kai Copper with 16 points in this second quarter alone, 23 total. Under a minute to go in the second. Ayayi, acrobatic, you gotta count that. Taking some contact, Baloo.
And she can make that pass, she can complete it at the other end. And it's kind of a contagious thing right now. The Mercury are doing a fantastic job of getting to the free throw line, but not capitalizing at the rate that they usually do.
Yeah, you're right. And that basket did not count as Ayayi was given 2 free throws, missing the first one. That is the only negative. You look at fast break points, offensive rebounds, taking care of the basketball with all the assists, very few turnovers, and of course, the high percentage shooting, the Mercury dominating. Heidemann switching hands, good help defense by AT. And that time the whistle will favor Seattle.
Yeah, Lexi Hell's putting her finger up for review, but I don't know if they just didn't call out the screen. It looked like a pretty good screen to me. It also looked like a pretty good double team. I didn't really see the foul on Malunga.
Ayayi will be nicked with that foul as Malunga will head to the line. Bally in the Valley this season with Bally Bet, official sportsbook app of the Phoenix Mercury. Good look at Malunga, who leads this club with 17 points a pop. Also leading rebounder as Copper checks back in.
She's second in the W in second chance points. And really, if she had not missed those 8 games, and I think she would be an all-star this year. I mean, she's had that huge of an impact for the Storm and just even in the league.
Missed the 8 games due to concussion. You know, that concussion issue really started from Malunga back in March during the World Cup qualifiers when she had a head injury playing for her native country, France. And then, of course, that happened again in the W, and she missed all those games.
Yeah, when you have a history, you're just going to be out longer because you just can't play with that, you know? Your brain's kind of important.
Final seconds, first half. To beat the buzzer, not there for
inch too much. I had a chance to talk with assistant coach T.C. Swirsky, however, and he said that right now he just wants this team to continue playing unselfish basketball out there, really liking what they see on, especially with that physicality. They only allowed Seattle 1 offensive rebound, which is allowing them to play fast. And of course, the whole team out there, they want the W. That's what they're focused on, but they also want to win it for Nate.
At the rim is Malunga.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing I would have talked about at halftime is just how much the Storm are going to come out and really try to go to their bigs off the pick and roll. They didn't get it going at all in the first half, but that is their bread and butter.
Hill knocks it down. Just playing so well, whether starting Charlie or coming off the bench. How great was it for the Mercury to get her back after Toronto waived her?
I mean, this great, you know, she's just been such a huge boost for this shorthanded team and was a fan favorite last year and just continues to be because of how complete her game is.
Well, something's got to change for Seattle. Pham had 4 points in the first half. Malunga only had 3. Flage only had 2. That's got to change if Seattle's going to get back in it.
And right there where Joanna gives a little pump fake, gets Flage flying out of her stance. You know, this is where, in my opinion, Seattle Storm has to grow as a defensive team, and the Mercury are executing beautifully on offense, knowing that they're going to bite on those fakes.
Remember how young this Seattle team is.
Yeah.
So many of their players are 25 and younger. And of course, a veteran team for the Phoenix Mercury, and it's showing tonight. Nate Tibbetts, if you're watching, we just want you to get well, and that will help you get well as Ayayi hits the cutting AT for the deuce. More points in the paint.
And that's what Ayayi can do. She can actually be the facilitator and get AT.
That's good defense inside by Bonner. Follow-up isn't there, and the ball belongs to Phoenix. So on both ends. I mean, the point guard, the 5, she can play it, she can guard it.
And I think she really excels when she is a facilitator. I remember watching the first week of practice when she got to Phoenix, and she was out there playing point guard, setting everybody up. I'm like, wow.
Yep. So there's a good look at Ayayi. Second-year pro out of France. Training camp contract, did play a season with San Antonio in 2015. It's been that long.
Yeah, she's a long-time pro, second year in the WNBA.
Yeah. Short on that shot. Johnson, Copper gobbles up the rebound. She's got 4 of those caroms. Nothing called as Johnson picks up the block. What an athlete Flau'jae Johnson is.
Yeah, she's some length, timing.
All the 6-footers on this Seattle club, and Johnson is second on their team in blocks. Nice job, Ayayi stepping in that passing lane. AT is going to find Held wide open. Lexi, you bet. I thought that thing was going to rattle out.
Lexi Held is very quickly becoming one of AT's favorite receivers. And I think that was AT that got a hand on that pass. Both her and Balou did a fantastic job getting back in transition D off that turnover. And that's just a little too much space for Agua Pham, who's shooting 46%.
Unbelievable.
Three. First in all bigs in the W.
The rookie, number 3 overall pick. Been with the Spanish national team for many, many years. Just a young pup. Turned 20 on June 17th. Agua Pham, know her name. AT loses the handle. Flau'jae very dangerous in the open court. Gets the running teammate. Easy deuce for Pham.
And that's what Seattle Storm's going to need to do to get back in this game. Pick up their defense, create a little bit, get some easy offense off their defense.
A rare turnover for Phoenix. Turns into a deuce on the other end as Melbourne picks up that foul. Giving you double figures the last 4 games. She's got 11, make it the last 5 games. Switching hands, inside look, and the deuce for Malanga. That's all Flau'jae. Wait a second.
Offensive foul on Dominique Malanga.
Yep. And you know, Raman can't believe it.
Base at 8 to 10 inches, then you can get that offensive foul. It's when you belly up that you don't get it.
Held tries to keep it alive. Malanga, by the way, whistled for her 3rd personal last time out. Turnover, Seattle. Agbagor checks back in as Malanga sits.
And I love that switch where they roll in front and make it a really tough pass off. It's tough to make a lob pass off the dribble, clearly.
So the lead is 20 here in the 3rd quarter. Mortgage matchup center. The Mercury with a successful road trip as Held hits the long ball, and she continues to pile up the points. Another triple for Held. She's got 4 of them. That ties her career high as far as triples made. Held is feeling it tonight. Look at Copper just taking it away. Doesn't have the numbers. Let's see what Khan does. Full head of steam. Not there. AT will bring it out. Oh, Bonner had a notion. She and AT
That was kind
grinning.
of a cartoonish play where
drills it. I almost brought the backboard down off that kiss.
You said it, Ann. Everything going the Mercury way right now.
Ayayi with 15 points, Held with 14, and of course Copper with 23. Whistle will blow that thing dead. She had the 23 points at halftime, but others picking up the slack.
I mean, it's infectious tonight. I just think everybody that's gone in. We talked about in the Toronto Temple game, everybody added value. This is adding value plus.
4:07 left to go in the third quarter. 68-43, Mercury with the lead, looking to complete the sweep over Seattle.
Jordan Horston finally back for the Seattle Storm, and definitely a tremendous defensive stopper, but can hit that little midi like she just did.
7 on the shot clock for AT. She's already in double figures rebounding wise. Could this be the night? And the triple-double. Had to launch it. Held was not aware of the shot clock. AT was, and just had to throw it up.
Yeah, not any movement because nobody was getting anywhere with the ball. Got to initiate, maybe, you know, some off-ball screens, or just get that paint touch, which initiates all the cuts and movement in the Mercury offense.
It's been a dominant Phoenix Mercury performance. No Nate Tibbetts, home, nursing some kind of illness, busted play for Seattle. Christy Tolliver, acting head coach. She's the associate head coach, doing a great job with the rest of the staff.
Yeah, but Nate Tibbetts was there all week. He was at shoot-around.
You bet.
He prepared this team. It's kind of like John Wooden would always say. You know, once the game starts, I'm just going to relax. You know, get back. My team is ready. My job is done.
Nate and John Wooden, I love it. All right, Flaugier after a very quiet first half.
Yeah, I like that timeout. Ayayi with getting stripped. Some offensive rebounds by the Storm. Good run by Seattle, which you knew was coming. I mean, they've just been playing so much better lately. We'll see how the Mercury respond.
Here's Copper, has yet to score in the third quarter. Ayayi, not there. Offensive rebound. You know, Phoenix had a ton of them in the first half, not so much at this point in the third quarter. Flaugier Johnson changing hands, not there. Ball kept alive, but look at AT, just would not be denied. And here comes the engine. Copper throws it up. All kinds of contact, nothing called. Suarez with the board. Ayayi with another triple. Ayayi's got 3 of the long balls, and Phoenix needed that.
I love that shooter's mentality. The confident veteran. Give it back to me. I'm going to get it this time.
Ayayi now with 18 points.
Credit Shea Carter for making the extra pass. You know, nothing worse than your rookies going in and shooting it the first time they touch it.
That's good defense by Suarez. Rimming out, we're going the other way. AT almost loses the handle. Whipping it inside. Carter, wild shot, checks in, can't get her home. But 20 left to go in the third. This game has been all Phoenix. Long ball found. Again, Charlie's been telling you, this woman can shoot it from deep.
Yeah, that's the best three-point shooter on the floor. They don't want to be late on her.
Bomb in double figures.
I should say for the Storm.
Yeah.
Qualify that.
AT got wrapped up. Whistle blows that play dead. As Monique Akomakani checks in, we're under a minute to go in the third. Suarez, she'll go to the line. And I'll tell you, season high in offensive rebounds for the Mercury tonight. They've got 13 and counting. That tells you about the grit as well.
And really in this 3-game I'm going to say if the Mercury can hold on and win this game, that's 3 games in a row that they've won, and the Mercury and the rebounding effort is a big reason why.
Suarez, the rookie, gets her home. Valley in the Valley this season, wanted to do that all year. But they've been scoring a bunch of points, and tonight, no exception. Melvin, that was good. The second it left her hand. Boy, I like her game. Sorry you didn't get her at ASU, but I can sure see why she went pro.
Yeah, exactly. She made a good decision. She's living her best life. She's really talked about just being a really consistent player, not overly worried about her scoring, but just being consistent across the board for the Storm, and she has truly done that.
Enjoying a career year, Melvin, one of 4.
Yeah, didn't really like that shot for Shea Carter. Like to see the ball get moved a little bit more side to side.
Johnson to beat the third quarter buzzer, does just that. Good third frame.
Yeah, they're heating up a little bit, especially from the 3. Like to see the Mercury get back to attacking the rim, get to the free throw line.
Wow.
That was close. Pretty good defense by Jade Melvin. She played her.
Phoenix once led by 26 points in this contest. Right now it's 73 to 60. Seattle has a chance to crawl ever closer. Wow. Good job by Held to knock that thing free. Linskins is going to find Copper.
Held with the high-low defense. She was amazing.
Copper scoreless in the third quarter. Back rimming off on the 3. Johnson, Fong coming alive in the third period for Seattle. Melvin rimming out. Bonner with the board.
A little bit lucky there. Lexi Held just left Jade Melvin wide open for kind of a soft double. Oh, there you go.
That's the way you do it. That's the way you do it.
She saw that empty key and she said, thank you, I'll take that.
25 now for Copper, her first points of the second half. She had that 41-point performance against LA earlier this season.
I'll just reiterate, Flau'jae Johnson has had 2 huge games, 20-plus points coming into this game. The Mercury have done a phenomenal job on her until just lately. And you really want to keep an eye and some gravity on Flau'jae Johnson because she can really heat it up when she's feeling it.
That foul is going to go against Johnson. Her third, team's first, as Dolson checks in for Seattle, the veteran, 13th year.
And Flau'jae Johnson is having an amazing rookie year.
Oh.
I remember talking to Jennifer Roberts, the assistant coach at LSU, and her talking about she might be the hardest worker she's ever coached. I mean, after games, if she wasn't happy, she'd be right back in the gym.
Bonner.
There's a reason she's doing so well.
As far as rookies, Flau'jae, number 3 in points, her number 1 in rebounds, 2 in blocks, 6 in assists. She does it all. Scooping, not there. Orston, here comes Akoa Makani. Johnson, I'd pay to watch play. She is that good.
Oh, wow. I think they should look at that one. From what I saw, I thought AT was trying to slip a screen and get out of the way, and Malunga kind of flopped into her. If we can see that again, let's.
75-63, lots of time left in this one. Heidemann coaxes it home. She's got 13.
She's been reading the floor so well as the Storm point guard. Just seeing the space, when she has her midi, when she can get it to her bigs.
Heidemann with the career year. Stepping back, held! Another triple! That's a career high in long balls.
And boy, did the Mercury need that one.
Indeed. Held now with 5 triples and 17 points. What a game for Lexi Held. And you said it, Charlie, they needed that one, did the Merc.
I think the Mercury will give Jordan Horston that shot all game long.
Scoop! Basket didn't want it, just a little short. Flage reads the floor.
Yeah, but that's the Mercury getting back to what got them the lead in this game. Getting stops, getting out. And her expression doesn't really change. Lexi Held has just got so much poise and consistency.
With Seattle's run, the Merc, to your point, really needed that long ball. Held, wanted to step through, not there. 9 on the shot clock. The lefty, Heidemann, unlucky there. Rebound, Copper.
I thought Malunga might have got away with a travel on that play. But like you said, lucky break for the Mercury on the in-and-out 3.
Here's Copper, wheeling, dealing, scoring.
She felt Malunga's presence over her, and nice little inside scoop finish.
27 now for Copper. Blocked. Oh, not so fast. Ayayi's going to get called for that foul. Actually, it's going to go to Bonner. Our Copper was scalding in the first half. A little chilly this second half, and Held has made up the difference.
And that's just for a second-year player here in the W. Obviously, huge lead. It's getting picked apart or dwindling down, and who steps up? None other than Lexi Held.
(80-66). 5:25 left to go in this fourth quarter. Phoenix has led by as many as 26. Copper, boy, a big 3 from Copper here in the fourth quarter, and another 30-point game for the veteran.
And that's just great basketball. Drive left, move left, hard feel, ready shooter was Kalia Copper.
Big defense by AT with the block. We're going the other way. Both ends of the floor, Phoenix coming alive. Held. Woo. There's some defense.
And Letitia Heidemann right back at you with a block shot. I love the aggressiveness, not pulling it up, lots of time left. The Mercury definitely want to stay aggressive and keep getting that transition offense if they can.
Copper now with 3 30-point games on the season. AT wrap around. Copper not there. Malunga running the floor, but decides to bring it out.
I think I would against AT as well.
Just had that monster block moments ago. Alyssa Thomas, Heidemann, and Ayayi. 4 on the shot clock. You got to do something. Dolson rimming out. Copper with the board.
Been a little bit of a lid on the basket for Seattle Storm. They've had probably at least 6 or 7 in and out threes. We're going to credit the Mercury defense for that.
Bullet pass. Not there for Ayayi. Right now, Thomas has got the 7 points, 13 boards, and 9 assists. Inside look. Right back, Horston. She'll go to the line.
Well, I like Kalia Copper going and doubling down on Malunga off of Horston, and then just a little late getting back. So good job by Horston attacking that late closeout and getting to the free throw line yet again. In her first game back again, it's been, she started the first 15 games for the Storm.
It's time for the Bally Bet fourth quarter frenzy. Sign up with code MERC400. Win up to $400 in bonus bets if you win your first wager. And so far, so good, but there's still plenty of time left.
Oh, definitely. And if I'm in that huddle with the Mercury, I'm talking about, hey, let's stop settling. The threes are not falling right now. Let's work the ball, get it side to side, and let's jam it down their throats. Get some free throws or put some pressure on them.
Copper sitting on 30. Here's AT with 4 on the shot clock.
Nice.
Gets it home, and AT with the 9 points now to go along with 13 boards and 9 assists.
We are officially on triple-double watch.
All those triple doubles last year, but her first one did not come until July 7th. It came July 7th, and then they just didn't stop.
Well, there's plenty of season left for her to rack up plenty more this year.
Heck yeah. AT put a pass inside to Copper. Angle wasn't there to put up the shot. Here's Ka again.
Great flare screen by AT.
You got to put it up. Wow.
That's what I'm talking about. Work that clock down, get some points in the paint. That could not have been orchestrated better.
Phoenix has really done a great job of scoring in the paint. My goodness.
And Dominique Malunga, who's really been scoring at an incredible clip for the Storm, is just doesn't like playing here at Mortgage Matchup Arena, because this is the second game she has just really struggled here.
So on the rebound, the Storm elect to take the timeout. 87
have been really impressive.
Another 30-point game for Copper. Most of those points, I should say, coming in the first half, others stepping up in the second half. And you're looking at what's going to be another Mercury victory, Charlie. They'll win 3 straight for the first time this season, with another home game coming up against Chicago. And you start thinking, could this club make the playoffs?
I mean, I believe the Mercury absolutely can make the playoffs. There's so much basketball left, and they're just finally knowing each other and still getting healthy. Obviously, the Storm has pretty much conceded the game. They've got their 5 bench players in, giving them a couple extra minutes.
Another break with a buck 39.
I would think maybe this is the sub.
And the Merc will win their 3rd straight.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Sorry, Ann. I think this is a game that absolutely is indicative of the Mercury being a playoff team. I mean, they have the depth, they have all the pieces, and their stars, their superstars are playing like superstars. If all of this continues, you add Sammy Whitcomb, you get Mac back, you get Rashawn back. This is a playoff team, 100%.
I love that. I love that.
And a team that can do some damage in the playoffs.
Long way to go in this one. The victory for Phoenix will put them at 8-13 in the win column. That matches the win total with Los Angeles and Portland, the teams ahead of them. Obviously, Toronto, Washington ahead of them as well, but those are the teams that the Mercury are looking to leapfrog as far as the teams closest to them, Portland and LA.
Yeah, and I honestly, if I'm as a coach, I'm just looking at just keep winning. You know, keep taking care of business. Probably not worrying too much yet about what other people are doing, but we know that this Mercury team has played well against all of the teams in this league and hasn't actually played. Oh, they're going to get Suarez with a little hook there.
Little hook.
They really haven't played some of the teams that are like right near them, the Mystics, the Sun. So got a really favorable schedule coming here, finally, for the Mercury.
Well, I'm scoreboard watching. I'll admit that. I'm looking at schedules. I'm scoreboard watching.
You're good at it.
Well, I just want to see who's ahead of the Merc and, you know, who we got to pick off little by little. This game is getting close to fruition in terms of a victory for the Phoenix Mercury. It'll be 3 straight, their first 3-game winning streak of the season. And the Merc will complete the 3-game series sweep against Seattle. Over 10,000 on its feet, the X Factor appreciating the effort.